developed new sports games. Just like with a prophylactic simulator, I have tried and tested them just to bring them to each household as well as for each courtyard of the city of Kiev. Since the urban central areas are desperately lacking sports grounds, I have devised such a game which can be organized in any courtyard, even the smallest one. The game is very interesting and emotional, and what is more important, doesn't lead to dramas. It can be played one-on-one, two-on-two, or in mixed pairs. Its participants can include men, women, children, adults, pensioners, and even invalids. It's a very interesting game. Just fancy that all the courtyards in the city will have such playgrounds. I am 100% sure that they will never be empty. This year, Vyacheslav Evmинov launches one more of his investigations, the new sports minigames Yuka. And England has given the world football, Canada hockey, America basketball, and Ukraine offers new interesting mass minigames that can be played on minimal space. The major feature of the new minigames is that they can be played in round, compact playgrounds and have rather simple rules. The games are based on football, hockey, basketball, handball, and water polo. Their originality lies in the fact that the playing teams have to cope with the challenge of hitting the Yuka, an object placed in the center of the playground. The basketball version of the game has a ring and a basket installed in the center of the playground. The compactness and simplicity of the playground enables players to use any vacant space, especially in areas dotted with old buildings. The mini-games do not require any special training. They can be played by anyone who is willing to. The competent teams include 1 or 2 players and can be formed by children, adult and elderly people. The playground for mini-games can be easily placed in any courtyard in the residential area, on each beach, as summer residence, at schools, in parks, small halls, on decks and hulls of the ships, practically anywhere where there is a flat ground measuring from 7 to 10 meters in diameter. The semi-professional and professional teams can be funded and owned by representatives of small and big business. In fact, the teams consist of 1 or 2 players employed by those very business who are just keen on playing one version of the games in question. The game is very interesting and exciting, a minimum of expenses and a maximum of pleasure. It's my own opinion, and a playground of this kind in every courtyard would certainly be an ideal option even for one city district. The game is really fascinating, and its rules are very simple even for children. The game is intended for 2 people. I think it would be interesting and useful to have such playgrounds in each city district and even in each yard. We will consider purchasing one of such playgrounds. Today it is very essential. We are pleased to have seen that such grounds really exist, and we wish there would be more of them in our city. Unfortunately, they are few and far between here. Perhaps people just do not know that playgrounds can be ordered and bought for our children to be able to devote more time for going in for sports. We like the game very much. We would love to have such a playground in our area as well. I am really fond of this game. First, I find it appealing because it is very similar to football and a great fun to play. It is a pity that such playgrounds are very few. I like soccer, but this mini-football is a real breakthrough. The playgrounds, measuring 8 or 12 meters in diameter, do not take up much space. There are universal playgrounds for each courtyard or schoolyard that can be used all year round. There are the playgrounds for many kinds of sports: football, hockey, basketball, water polo and handball, and for people of all ages. The rules of the games are too simple and accessible. The Sport Club Yuka, Ukraine, the city of Kiev, 7 Kostelnya Street. Telephone numbers 270618 or 270711.